And once you lie down on your back, get nice and comfortable as you get situated. And if you're following along with the playlist, either now or in a recording, we'll get started with that in 5, 4, 3, 2, play. As you lie down on the back, decide what you want to do with your legs, whether you take Shavasana, full extension of the legs down the mat, or maybe you take the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to be bent and the knees to fall open as if you're in butterfly pose, but in a supine position. Or you can take the feet to the floor, allowing the knees to be bent and the low back to be supported by the ground. No matter what you decided to choose, bring your hands to your belly, face down. And start to notice your breath. And start to connect with your breath. As you connect with your breath, can you feel the belly rising and falling in accordance to your breathing? Take a deep, full breath in. Open the mouth and let the breath go. One more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Start to restrict the back of the throat just for 3 rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose, holding that restriction at the back of the throat to create that really strong, audible, and tangible sounding breath. And after your 3rd breath like that, you can relax the back of the throat, but continue to breathe in and out of the nose, inhaling to explore the capacity at which you can take the breath in, exhaling to explore just how long you can allow the breath to release. Without opening the eyes, cactus the arms open, taking the palms up towards the ceiling. And if your legs are extended or in Supta Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet connected, go ahead and plant the feet into the ground. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, drop the knees over towards the right. Take your eyes over your left shoulder. Deep breath in. Stay for your breath out. One more inhale here. And exhale. Neck back to center. Bring the knees back through center. And as you exhale, drop the knees over to the left and look over the right shoulder. Take a full breath all the way into the shoulders and a deep exhale. One more, breathe in and let the breath go. Roll back through center as you continue to breathe and bring your knees into the chest. Place your palms on respective knees and then draw the knees away from each other. Start to feel an openness into the interior lining of the legs, starting at the knee, connected all the way into the pelvis. Take a full breath here and a deep breath out. Notice if you're holding on to tension around the groin or the pelvis area, and see if you can relax and let the knees fall apart just a little bit further, and then pulling the knees apart with the palms of the hands. Closing the knees like a book, bringing the knees together. Take the hands behind the knees, interlace the hands softly. And then extend the legs up towards the ceiling, flexing the toes back toward your face. Take a deep breath into the hamstrings and a deep breath out. Start to walk your hands up the legs, maybe to the calves or just to the knee line, or maybe as far as the ankles. Keeping the legs as straight as possible by flexing the toes back towards the face. A micro bend in the knees is fine. Take a full breath here and a deep breath out. Adding a generous bend into the knees, and take your hands to the insides of the feet. So fingers are reaching away from each other. And you'll take this bind for your happy baby as you allow the knees to drop over to the sides of the body. Notice the tailbone. Can you draw the tailbone down into the ground? And if your head has come off the mat, return it to the earth. We're here for 5 rounds of breath, really allowing the knees to come further down towards the ground, holding on tight with the hands at the soles of the feet. Close your eyes. Let the breath come and go. Notice the body here. One more deep breath in. And a full breath out. Keep your right leg in this happy baby position. Extend your left leg all the way down the floor. Make sure your left heel is grounded. If the left heel doesn't touch the ground, you can bend the left knee to bring the left foot flat to the earth. Take the left hand and press into the left hip and see if you can flex the left toes up towards the ceiling and really ground that left heel a little bit more. A full breath in, followed by a full breath out. As you inhale, draw the left knee back in towards the chest. Take the left hand to the inside of the left foot. This half happy baby position on the left side. Right foot either plants to the ground or right leg extends all the way down the mat. Flexing those right toes so you can elongate through the right heel. Bring the right hand to the right hip and press your right hip down. Stay as you breathe. One more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Bring your right leg back in towards the chest. Release your left knee to meet your right into the chest and bring your hands on tops of your knees and hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep your knees into your chest and take your right arm directly out in front of your face. And then take the right arm over to the left side of the space. So the right arm is traveling across the chest. Take the left arm underneath the right, straight out in front of you, and then bend your left elbow so that you're capturing the right arm and allowing for the right shoulder to peel away from the floor slightly. Breathe here. As you exhale, open the arms out wide, arms all the way to the floor in a capital letter T, and let the knees drop all the way over to the right side. Take your right hand to your knees, look over the left shoulder, and take a full breath in and a deep breath out. One more, breathe in and let the breath go. Continue to breathe, neck back to center, right arm reaches out alongside to the right side, and bring your knees back into your chest as you roll back to the center. This time, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling directly in front of the chest. And then travel the left arm over towards the right as if you're reaching for the right side of the space. Take the right arm underneath the left arm, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then bend the right elbow to catch the left arm for a little added pressure and traction. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more inhale and exhale. Open the arms out, away from each other, arms to the floor, knees over to the left. Take your left hand to your knees and look to the right and take a deep breath in. Deep exhale. One more, breathe in and let the breath go. Return your neck back through center. Left arm reaches to the left side of the space and bring your knees back in towards your chest. Hands underneath the knees, rock all the way up to a seat. And you'll bring the hands behind you and scoot the hips all the way into the center of the mat so that the legs are naturally straight out in front of you. Arms reach up, full breath in. Exhale, fold for your legs. Grab a hold of what you can. Release your neck and breathe. Now the object is not to reach the feet. It's actually to lower the upper body closer to the legs. So if you can grab onto even the knees to pull the upper body down, you're serving the body better than creating this rounding sensation in the shoulders. As you release the chin towards the chest, allow the upper body to get a little bit heavier as you fold in. To take the roundness out of the spine, take your chin away from the chest for a breath in. Exhale, fold with the crown of the head reaching towards the tops of the feet. Slowly start to roll up with a round spine, hands to the back of the knees. Catching the backs of the knees, pull the knees in towards your chest. Take your right arm and reach out in front of you, and then you're going to take the right arm right in between the legs and then squeeze the knees in towards the right elbow. Take the left fingertips behind you and press the right arm away from the knees and allow the knees to press back into the right arm. Look over the left shoulder and breathe. Come back through center, right arm reaches up and over to the side of the body. Left arm reaches up and then in between the knees, and then squeeze the knees right at the elbow line. As you look over the right shoulder, start to send the knees slightly over towards the left and really squeezing the elbow with the knees, pressing the elbow away. One more breath here. Inhale, left arm reaches up as you return back to center. Exhale, left arm behind you, fingertips reaching towards the back of the space. Palms are flat. And walk the heels so that they're pelvis width apart. That's about 1 fist distance in between the feet. Inhale for reverse tabletop. Pick up the hips. Keep your chin tucked to your chest so you're looking forward. Squeeze the glutes as you pick up the hips a little bit higher. As you exhale, lower the hips back down. Heel toe the feet 2 fists width apart, so that's a hips width distance. And on the inhale, pick up the hips once more for a reverse tabletop. Squeeze the glutes, keep the chin tucked to the chest, and breathe. Inhale, press up a little higher. Exhale, slowly, hips come back down to the ground. Bring one shin in front of the other, palms out in front of you. Roll forward until you're at a tabletop position, and you can walk your tabletop into the center of the mat. Untuck the toes. Take the knees out wide, and we're going to take a passive shoulder stretch here. So you'll thread the left arm underneath the right as you come to a child's pose, hips to heels. The left ear will come down to the ground, and breathe. Start to walk the right fingertips a little bit more forward towards the top of the mat, and then come up to fingertips of that right hand. Close your eyes and stay here for a couple rounds of breath, really just feeling your shoulders open. One more deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Press your right hand down into the ground, look forward towards your right hand, and release your left arm alongside the right, child's pose, forehead down to the ground. Instead of bending at the elbows and relaxing the arms, instead draw the shoulder blades down the back and press into the palms actively. Pressing into the left hand, lift the hips up slightly, and then travel the right arm underneath as you draw the hips back down towards the heels for that passive stretch on the right shoulder. Right ear returns to the mat. Close your eyes and take a few breaths here. Start to look forward toward your left hand. Travel the right arm forward, right hand to the ground, forehead to the mat, pressing into your palms. So you're feeling the shoulder blades drift apart and you're feeling the activity into the hands. From here, lower the elbows down and come to a modified tabletop, knees below hips, elbows to the earth, palms to the ground. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, draw the belly down as you lift your chest and your tailbone. Exhale, press into the forearms and round the spine for a baby cat. Inhale, drop the belly for calf pose. Exhale to that baby cat pose. Inhale, draw belly down, lift your heart. Exhale, round and press away. And stay in this baby cat pose and really press into the elbows, press into the palms, round the spine. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Send your right toes to the back of the mat and press into the ball of the right foot. And then bring your left toes to join so you're in a low plank. Bring your hips down in line with the shoulders and then lower your body all the way down to the floor. Walk your forearms forward so that you're in Sphinx pose, untucking the toes and relaxing into the legs. Feel the abdomen stretching out as you draw the pubic bone and pelvis down towards the earth, lifting the chest forward, dropping the shoulders, pressing into the palms, and then keeping your eyes directly in between your thumbs so that your neck is nice and straight with the spine. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. One more, inhale and exhale. From here, take a half frog. So draw the right knee all the way in towards the right side shoulder, and then flex the right foot and send the right shin away from the body as much as possible. Press that left hip bone down into the ground and the side of the right knee into the ground. Straighten out your right arm for a moment and take the left arm underneath the right and bring the left ear down to the mat. Keep pressing into the right hand so the right arm stays nice and straight. Tap the side of your right knee with your left hand and then roll on to the back. Looking over your right shoulder, you're in this supine twist position. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more, full inhale and a full exhale. Quarter turn over the left shoulder. Bring the right hand back to the earth. Forearm grounded, left forearm grounded. So you're back in this half sphinx, half frog. Bring the right leg alongside the left. And then bring fingertips in towards each other and bring your forehead down to your hands for a belly shavasana for 3 breaths. One more, breathe in. Let the breath go. Baby cobra, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tweeze elbows in, squeeze shoulder blades together, active core, active glutes. On your inhale, press into the shoelace parts of the feet and lift your chest off the mat. Draw shoulders away from the ears, elbow tips down towards the ground. Take a deep breath in. Tabletop position as you exhale. Walk your knees until they're underneath the hips and bring your forearms back down towards the earth. Inhale, draw the belly down, lift the tailbone high, chest lifts for calf pose. Exhale, belly in, round the spine for baby cat. Inhale, draw belly down, lift the heart. Exhale, round into the spine. One more time, breathe in and breathe out. Neutralize the spine, send the left toes to the back of the mat, press into the ball of the left foot. Bring your right toes to join so you're back in this forearm plank. Send your shoulders past your elbows so your chest is hovering directly in between the arms. Squeeze pubic bone towards the rib cage as you lower the pelvis down, and then walk the arms forward as you untuck the toes. Sphinx pose, eyes in between the thumbs, pressing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe here. Take the left knee in towards the left armpit and flex the left foot. Send the left shin away from the body so you're in half frog. Straighten out the left arm. Keep the left arm completely straight and weave the right arm underneath and bring the right ear down to the floor as much as possible. Keep that left arm straight and active. You should feel this into the neck as well as the shoulders. That right hand can reach that left knee and then roll on to the spine for that spinal twist. Left arm reaches away from the body as you look over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more, breathe in. Let the breath go. Quarter turn over the right shoulder, coming back into that half sphinx, half frog. Left forearm to the earth, right forearm to the earth, and left knee is still bent. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Bring your left toes along to the right toes, so straighten out the left leg and untuck the toes. Bring fingertips in towards each other, elbows bent, bring your forehead to the tops of the hands. 3 breaths in a belly shavasana. Lift your chin back up, and this time we'll take locust pose. So reach the arms back and then interlace a fist. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Lift your fist away from the sacrum so that you're really opening up through the front of the chest and squeezing shoulder blades together. Take a moment here, take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Point your toes back and draw legs together to touch. Lift the legs off of the mat. Stay for a breath in. Stay for your breath out. Keep reaching the toes away from the mat and the fists away from the sacrum. Inhale, chin to chest. Lift your chest off the floor. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release hands underneath the shoulders. Take a child's pose at the back of the mat. Knees out wide, big toes to touch, hips to heels. Take your forehead side to side so that you're still finding movement into the body. Come forward, tabletop position, tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. And pedal out your down dog. Keep shifting body weight from heel to heel, twisting the hips in towards the mat, relaxing the neck, allowing the neck to hang heavy, tilting the tailbone upward so you're lifting through the tail. Full breath in through the nose, full breath out of the mouth. Take your eyes forward and very slowly walk your way to the top of the mat. As you arrive to the top of the mat, add a generous bend into the knees and connect your chest to your thighs and allow the upper body to hang really heavy. Can you bring the tops of the hands down to the mat, or allowing the hands to be completely lifeless here so they're not holding up the body at all? Really relying on the legs, maybe a deeper bend into the knees, allowing upper body to sink a little bit heavier into the lower body. Slowly start to roll up with a round spine. The head is the very last to come up, and take your time to get there. As you stand into the legs, start to feel the body stack. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down away from the ears. And bring your hands to heart center. Close your eyes and breathe here. Feel your heart beating. Feel the soles of your feet connected with the ground. Reach your arms out to a capital letter T. Take your right fingertips out directly in front of you. And then take the left arm underneath the right and hook by bending the left elbow and dragging that right arm further across the chest. So we're mimicking what we did on our back previously. Take a deep breath in. Active listening with your exhale. Take the right arm up towards the sky. Bend the right elbow so that your right fingertips are on your neck or your back. And take the left arm and place a little bit of added pressure, left hand to right elbow. And can you press into that right elbow to try and work the fingertips further down the back? An option to stay here, an option to release the left arm all the way behind the back, bending the left elbow, trying to reach fingertips. If you can grab them, grab hold of fingertips. If you can't, go ahead and grab hold of your shirt. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, take a forward fold over the legs and hold on to your bind. Release the right fingertips to the floor. Keep the left arm where it is. Bend into your right knee and look over the left shoulder. Exhale, release left arm to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the shins. Fold and empty out. Slowly roll all the way back up to standing. Squeeze in the glutes, roll shoulders up, back, and down. Take the arms back out to a capital letter T. Bring the left fingertips out directly in front of the face. Right arm underneath the left. Hook and catch. And draw that left arm further over towards the right. Take a moment to open up the back end of the shoulders. So a lot of times when we're opening up the chest, we really forget that the back of the chest is equally important. Take the left arm overhead, bending the left elbow. Right hand comes on top of the left elbow for a little added pressure. Option to stay here. Option to take the right arm all the way back behind you as if you're taking a half bind. And then either grabbing onto fingers, or if you can't quite reach, I can't either, don't worry about it. Grab hold of your shirt. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, holding this bind. Take a forward fold over the legs. Bend into the knees. Left fingertips to the floor. Keep your right hand where it is. Bend your left knee and look over your right shoulder. Exhale, right hand down, halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the earth, take your high plank, toes to the back of the mat. From your high plank, you have an option of lowering your knees down, or you can keep them lifted. On your exhale, shift forward, shoulders past the wrists. Exhale to low plank, elbows tweeze into the sides of the body. Lower all the way down, upward facing dog. You're ready for it. Straighten out the arms and lift your heart through. Downward facing dog, tucking the toes under, hips up and back, release your neck. Take a full breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, look forward to the top of the mat. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and empty out. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Active listening. We're gonna step the right foot off of the mat onto the floor. And then bring the elbows as close together behind you as possible as you lift the heart. Squeeze the glutes and send the hips slightly forward, chin away from the chest without dropping the head back. Keep your heart really open here. Look down towards your right toes. Turn your right toes out just a bit. Bend into the right knee. And you're going to step the right foot behind the left leg all the way over to the left side of the mat onto the floor. And you've got a slight bend into both knees here. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, take a prayer twist over to the left, hooking the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Press your left hand into your right hand and look over the left shoulder and breathe. Release fingertips to frame the left foot. We'll travel through a half standing split, so the right toes never come higher than the hip line, right toes behind you, and then step the right foot back. Swivel the right foot down, heel to heel alignment. Send the right hip forward, backstroke the arms as you come up to warrior one. Allow the left knee to stack over the left ankle. As you draw the left hip back and the right hip forward, press into the outside of the right foot. Take the right arm out in front of you. Take the left arm on top of the right arm and then bend the elbows to take eagle arms. Elbows away from your standing foundation, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, take a humble warrior, bringing the left shoulder to the inside of the left knee. Release your neck so you're looking down at your forearms and breathing into this shape. Press your left shoulder into the left knee and press your left knee back into the left shoulder. Good. Slow motion release, two hands to the inside of the left foot, and then walk your hands over to the right side of the mat and onto the floor. And then release your neck as you send your left hip back. Keep the left knee stacked over left ankle. Breathe into the legs. One more deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Walk your hands to frame your right foot. And you'll start to bring your right knee behind your left heel. So you have this weird like 90-degree in the left leg and a angle that I'm not sure what it is in the right leg. And then take the right toes over to the left, walk the hands back until you're in a seat. So take that left heel to the outside of the right knee, and your right heel should be resting right around on the left edge of the mat. We're going to take a Matsyasana bind instead of a Lord of the Fish. So normally we find our spinal twist here. Instead, we're going to open up the back of the chest. So you'll take the left arm to the outside of the right knee and press away from it as you look over the right shoulder. You have an option to stay here, or you can turn the left hand away from the body, bend into the left elbow so that you're reaching back, and take the right arm and try to interlace your hands. From there, you'll fold crown of the head in towards your ankle. Full breath in and a deep breath out. Releasing the bind, come all the way up and stack the shins on top of each other for fire log pose. The left ankle is resting on top of the right knee. The left knee is resting on top of the right ankle. Sit up really, really tall, and then walk the hands away from you. Folding over your legs to any degree, relaxing your neck and breathing. Take a deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Breathe in and melt a little bit further down. Slowly roll up with a round spine. The head is the last to come up. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. Loosen the grip on the legs so that you're stacking the shins. Bring the hands out in front of you, tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Take a wide stance into the feet. So feet to the width of the mat or wider if your hamstrings are being extra cranky. And you'll take the right hand to the outside of your left leg. So if you have to walk your hands 1 or 2 steps closer in toward your feet, do so. And make sure that you're really grabbing hold of that left leg, ideally but underneath the calf line. Pulling on the bind, look underneath the left shoulder. As you look underneath the left armpit, see the ceiling and press in to your left hand. Breathe. Right hand returns to the earth, look forward, and then step into a yogi squat. Bring your hands to heart center, elbows press away from the knees press back into the elbows. Lift the chest, drop the shoulders, and close the eyes. Deep breath here. Complete breath out. Forward fold, hips to the sky, heel to the feet all the way to touch. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Hands to heart as you exhale. Take a deep breath in, head over heart, heart over solid ground, and a full breath out of the mouth. Active listening. Step the left foot over to the left side of the mat, so you're stepping onto the floor. And then elbows tweeze back behind you so the chest is really broad and open. Keep your chest lifting up, keep the eyes looking up, elbows drawing in, shoulder blades trying to kiss over the spine. Take a look at your left toes. Turn your left toes slightly out, bend into your left knee. Step the left leg behind the right, all the way to the right side of the mat, and bring your hands to heart center. Add a buoyant bend into the right knee especially, and then take a prayer twist, hooking left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Press your right hand into the left hand so you're rotating the right shoulder back, and look over the right shoulder. Bring your fingertips to frame the right foot. Take a half standing split, so the left toes never leave the left hip line. Stepping the left toes to the back of the mat. Swivel the left foot down, heel to heel alignment. Backstroke the arms, warrior one. As the arms reach up at a number 11 overhead, draw the right shoulder and the right hip back, the left hip forward, and then add that bend into the right knee until the right knee is stacked over right ankle. Take the left arm out in front of you. Take the right arm on top of the left. Bend the elbows and find the palms for an eagle bind. If this doesn't work for you, you can always give yourself a big hug. Elbows away from the standing foundation as you deepen the bend into the right knee, and as you exhale, draw belly in to bring the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Press into the left heel. Relax the crown of your head so you're looking into the forearms. Press the right shoulder into the right knee and the right knee back into the right shoulder. Breathe here. And be here. Release hands to the earth. Stay in this foundation with the legs. Walk your hands over to the left side of the mat. Hands onto the floor. Relax your neck. Notice that right knee, it wants to cave inward or past the right ankle instead. Keep it right on top and draw the right hip back. Melt in just a little bit more into this half downward dog lunge and breathe. Walk your hands to frame your right foot and start to send your left knee behind your right heel. So you have this like 90-90 almost with both legs. And then you'll send the left toes over towards the right. Walk the hands back until your hips are grounded. Bring the right heel to the outside of the left knee. Take the left fingertips behind you. Take your straight right arm all the way to the inside of that right knee and look over your left shoulder. Option to stay here. Option to take the bind by reaching a little further, trying to connect right shoulder to right knee, bending the right elbow so you're wrapping the arm around the front of the shin. Take the left arm behind you, try to interlace the hand, and then release crown of the head down towards the right heel. Releasing the bind, slowly come up, and then stacking the right leg on top of the left. The right knee is on top of the left ankle, and the right ankle is on top of the left knee. Yes, that's accurate. Okay. Sometimes I say rights and lefts so much I confuse myself. Good. Sit up really tall so you can feel both sits bones grounded. Really try to root that right hip down from the very beginning, and then you'll walk the hands away from you. Folding your upper body over the legs, nice and gradually at a pace that feels less intimidating than just lowering down. You want it to be a gradual pace. Relaxing the neck. Can you melt in, even though there may be sensations that are not the friendliest? Take 3 more breaths right here. Start to walk the hands back in towards the body. Loosen the grip on the legs so that you're stacking the shins in front of each other, not on top of each other. And then bring your hands out in front of you. It might require a rocking back and then forth to getting to that tabletop position. Tuck the toes under and find your short dog. So bringing feet to the width of the mat or wider, pressing into the palms, send your chest back. Remember, if you have to walk your hands 1 or 2 steps closer, a little closer to your feet, you do so here so that you can take the left hand to the outer right leg. Below the calf line is ideal. Looking underneath the right shoulder, start to see what you see as you press firmly into the entirety of your right hand. Breathe here. As you exhale, bring your left hand alongside the right. Look forward and step into yogi squat. Hands to heart center, elbows press away from the knees, and knees press back in towards the elbows. Lift your chest and breathe. Forward fold, hips to the sky, heel to the feet, all the way to touch. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and empty out. Rise up, full breath in, arms reach up, palms to touch overhead. Backstroke the arms, bring the hands to the sacrum, fingertips reaching away from you. Tweeze elbows in, lift your heart, press your hips forward, squeeze the glutes. Only if your neck is feeling strong, drop your head back. Inhale, come back to center. Bend into the knees and take a half chair. So it's just a slight bend into the knees, and you'll bring your hands on tops of the thighs and roll your shoulders inwards. Stand up tall, arms reach overhead, backstroke the arms, hands come back to the sacrum, press your hips forward, lift your heart, come back a little further this time. Come back to center. As you exhale, come into that chair pose all the way. Bring your hands to your thighs and allow the shoulders to come inward in front of you. Final time, stand up tall, squeeze the glutes, arms reach up, backstroke the arms, bring the hands to the sacrum, take it to your edge, press the hips forward, squeeze the glutes, lift the heart, drop the head back. Come up to standing, exhale into your chair pose, and this time arms reach back for turbo chair. Sit a little bit further in, and then allow the chest to compress all the way to the thighs. Keep reaching the arms overhead towards the ceiling. Bring the hands to the sacrum, and then travel the arms all the way down the backs of the legs until hands can find the heels. Pull onto your heels as you straighten out the legs, tuck the belly in, pull the upper body down towards the legs. Release the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the earth as you exhale. Step your right toes to the back of the mat, walk your hands to frame your left foot, and lower your right knee down to the earth. Heel toe your left foot all the way to the edge of the mat. Bring both hands down to the ground, pick up that right knee and zhuzh the right foot further back. Lower the right knee down, untuck the right toes, and let the left knee fall open so the sole of the left foot is exposed. And today we're gonna come down to the forearms. Bringing the palms together to touch. Option to stay here, option to take the left hand, press the left knee away from you and look over the left shoulder. Left hand solid into the ground, right hand to follow. Get the left foot back into the earth and then heel toe the left foot back to center. Half splits, straighten out the left leg, walk the hands out further away from each other or further forward and lower the forehead down to the left shin. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk hands to frame the left foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee off the mat, and walk the right foot in to meet the left. Fold upper body over the legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, empty out. Send your left toes to the back of the mat. Lower your left knee down. Heel toe the right foot all the way to the edge of the mat, and then bring palms to the inside of the right foot. Tuck the left toes under, and then work the left toes further back, lowering the left knee down, sink the hips down. Untuck the left toes and let the right knee fall open. Come down to forearms. Option to stay right here, or you can keep left forearm grounded and take the right hand to the right knee and press away, looking over the right shoulder. Breathe. Right hand into the earth, left hand into the earth, right foot solid into the ground, heel toe the right foot all the way back to center. Hands to frame the right foot, pick the left knee up and walk the left leg in to meet the right. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold and empty out, full breath in, rise up. Final time we're standing tall. Exhale, forward fold and let it all go. Halfway lift, breathe in. Take your high plank and breathe out. Knees can stay up or maybe you lower them down. Exhale for low plank. Up dog, inhale. Squeeze the glutes. Child's pose, exhale. Relax here. And breathe. Start to walk the hands in towards the body. If you have a block to sit on, it might be nice to sit on a block. If you don't have a block and it's not comfortable for you to sit in hero's pose, hips on heels, then you can come down to your buttocks. Take your left arm away from the left shoulder and then bend the left arm so that you're reaching for the right ear and draw the left ear towards the left shoulder. Take your right arm and reach away from the body at any degree at all. It's different for everyone, so a little exploration and curiosity with that right arm can go a long way. Feeling for the stretch into the neck. Staying wherever you may find a blissful encouragement into the muscular lengthening. Drop the chin towards the chest and relax the left arm down. Relax the right arm down as well. Take the right arm all the way overhead and bring the right hand close to the left ear, pressing the right ear towards the right shoulder. As you draw the left shoulder down, reach the left arm away from the body and be curious to find which degree or level or movement serves this side of the neck. When you find something that feels good on this side, you can linger for a breath and keep exploring. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, relax your chin to your chest. Relax the right arm down. Relax the left arm down. Roll the shoulders up, back, and away from the ears. If you haven't already, slide over to a buttocks of your choice. Lowering the hips down towards the ground. Lie down on your back. Bring your knees in toward your chest for a moment and separate the knees as wide as they will go, just as we started class. Notice if you're holding tension in the groin or the pelvis or the hips at all, and see if you can relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Closing the knees like a book here, drawing the knees together. Lower one foot at a time down to the ground. Lengthen the legs out to the length of the mat. Let the heels fall open and the legs relax. Either keep your hands side by side on the belly for more grounding, or you can bring the arms away from the body as far as you want. Palms facing up. Relax your belly. Relax your hips. Relax your heart and your chest. Relax the shoulders and the arms and the fingers. Relax your neck and your jaw. Relax your face and your brow. Relax the scalp. Relax the mind. Let yourself be heavy into the earth. And let the only movement be the waves of breath as they arrive and as they go. Try not to place any judgment or attachment or thought. Just allow yourself to be one body of breath in stillness. Keep the eyes closed and keep your body still, but start to deepen those waves of breath. Adding some micro movements into the body. Pointed toes, reach the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch to feel the sits bones root down, the middle of the spine lift off the ground. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And gently roll over to the right side, allowing your right arm to be a pillow for your head. Press into your left hand and come up slowly to a seat. When you find your neutral position with the spine, allow the crown of the head to reach up a little bit higher. Swallow a few times. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose and a deep breath out of the mouth. Inhale for Om. Breathe in and let the breath go. Hands come together at heart center. From my heart to each of yours. Namaste. Thank you guys so much.